Hello, everyone. Hello. Good morning to all of you who are in Southeast Asia, and good evening to all those who are in my part of the world. Because now I have joined forces with the Western world. I have joined forces with the Western world. And from June, I will join forces with the Eastern world. So, hello to everyone. And today's theme: how do you cope with stress and anxiety in your daily life? How do you cope with stress and anxiety in your daily life? Talk, talk, talk. So, let's share views. So it can be hello, Stephen. Good to see you. I told you you will make it one day. You said you will make it one day. You made it. Good. Don't worry. Don't worry when you are missing out and all that. So don't worry about all that. Let's share views so it can be helpful to others. Okay, let's just get that pinned up. Wow, Stephen, you are on it. Bang, bang, bang. I just went on. Bang, Stephen. Very good. Pin message done. Okay, so who else is coming? Oh, that's my message. uh, how did you give? Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry. Just be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. I just want to encourage all of you because people encourage me also the same way. People encourage me the same way. And yeah, so I also just wanted to encourage some of you. I know how difficult it is. I know how difficult it is. And whatever is in my power, whatever I can manage to do, I did it. But don't be like me and wait about watch hours. Try to build up your watch hours ASAP. ASAP. If you can make that one video, if you can just make that one short video to get you 10 million views, then you can sit back and relax. If you can get that one shot, which will give you 10 million views, then you can sit back for the next 90 days and build up your subs. I am still waiting for that one shot. The maximum I have got is 3,500 views for a shot. The maximum I have got is 3,500 views. But there are people who are getting 65 million views for one shot. Yes, 65 million views for one shot. There are people who are getting that. And if you look at it, it is the stupidest shot you would have ever seen. But yes, they got it 65 million views for one shot. I've seen that record. I've seen that. That's the highest I've seen so far. So you have to start working if you want my monetization. You have to start working on your watch hours. You have 365 days to get 4,000 watch hours. So you have 1 year, 365 days to get 4,000 watch hours. So so just as an incentive, so I gave some of you, especially I gave my three prodigies. Sorry, I stand corrected. Only two prodigies, because Pita was influenced more by some others to start YouTube. She was influenced more by others than me, she said. So I stand corrected. My two prodigies, you, Stephen, and my sister. At least I motivated you both to start. So, that's good. So I just did something to give you all a little boost. I have my 1,000 subs now, so I don't have to worry. You know, just try to build it up and keep it at, up to 1,500 is good enough. But I know what a hard struggle it is, what a hard struggle it is. And I know what a hard struggle it is to get 4,000 views. I've not even reached 1,000. Last few days, I have had at least one good live stream on a daily basis. Okay. Last few days, I have had at least one good live stream on a daily basis. But still, like, let's say I got 6 hours, and another day I got 11 hours, and another day I got 7 hours. Okay. So that gives you a total of, let's say, roughly about 25 hours. So in the last 3 days, I had 23 hours, say 25 hours. But you know how much YouTube gave me? 9 hours. They gave me 3 hours on the first day. They gave me 2 hours on the second day. And today, when I saw, they gave me only 4 hours. So totally, they have last 3 days they have given me only 9 hours. But actually, when my when the YouTube we end the YouTube live stream, and then even the evening and something like that, if I check, the thing has gone up a little more because people are still viewing the live stream, right? People are still looking at the live stream. Some of them are replaying the whole live stream, like Pita replays the whole live stream for me, so I can get the watch hours. So so there's so many extra watch hours coming in, but yet YouTube gave me only 9 hours. So, I don't know why they do it, but, we cannot complain. We cannot say anything, though we have the proof. Like, I have screenshots. I have screenshots of how many watch hours I got, and yet they ended up with zero. Sometimes they have given me zero watch hours. How can it be zero watch hours when so many people are on my live stream and they are watching it for so long? And then YouTube just gives 0 hours? So anyway, start building your watch hours from now, especially like you, Pita. Stephen, you and Pita, like you don't have time. I know you don't really have a lot of time, but you have to start working on building up your watch hours. That's important. And it's not a question of monetization for because of the money, like you're in dire needs, you need some extra income. No, it's not that. It is, that's one of the ways of progressing. That's one of the ways of progressing, because once you reach the monetization stage, that means, income, that side income is always going to keep on coming, something. It's a little, but it builds up, right? So it's always going to keep on, and it can always be good for a rainy day. It can always be good for a rainy day, or whatever you want to do with it. Like for me, for example, I want to help the poor children to get through a college education. So that's what I am going to use my Burton channel. That channel, I'm going to use monetization, and whatever donations and anything I get connected with this channel of mine, everything is going for charity. Everything is going for charity. So that is what I have done. I made up my mind from the beginning about that. So you see, so that's why I just want to reach the monetization stage quickly, get it out of the way, So, but it's very, very difficult, after so long, I'm just reaching 900 watch hours. Today, I reached 904. Yesterday, I had 900. Today, I've got 904. So it's going very slowly now. So, Stephen, what do you want to comment about today's topic? You are the supervisor somewhere, so there must be a lot of stress and anxiety. And even if you don't face stress and anxiety, if you don't face stress and anxiety, it can be caused by others who are being stressed out and are anxious. They may cause you to also feel the same, right? Or they'll come to you with their problems and you have to solve their problems, right? So anything with any advice with how you can how you deal with it and how you can cope with it. So it's not necessary you have it, but in your daily life you may face others who are having these things and coming to you because you're the supervisor. So like, how do you handle any advice you can give to people? Because those who are viewers, those who are going to watch the replay afterwards, or those who will just peep in to see what it is about. So it will always be useful. Something from there may ring a bell, for them, that, oh yes, I face a similar thing in my life. So, okay, this is a very good way, a very good way of how I can relieve that stress, for myself or for others. I could give them this advice. So, anything you have. Hello, hello, yeah, how are you? Yeah, how is your cough and cold? First, you tell me that. How is your cough and cold? See, nobody is in the house. I can talk loud and I can talk freely. And yeah, no host throat, no host throat, no horse stuck there. Still persisting. It will take some time to go. It will take some time to go. Did you use two pillows? Did you have better sleep? I don't know. Did you? It was just a suggestion. Did you use two pillows and get better sleep? But you also have to take a cough mixture. All right, you have to take a cough mixture. You have to take something to get rid of the cough. The cold can go, but the cough, you have to take something. So, Stephen, yeah, what advice can you give to somebody who is facing stress and anxiety? What kind of advice you can give them so they can get rid of this stress and anxiety that they are going through? Or it may be you are going through it. So what do you do when you are stressed out or you're very anxious about something? So what do you do to get some relief for it? How do you handle it in your daily life? And if you come on, let's help others with our advice, right? If we can give some advice, it will help so many other people also, because there might be something new. I will tell you about my example also. I have lots and lots and lots of examples. I just on I just on for you, seldom comment. I am live too. Oh, you are also live. Okay, okay. I'm sorry about that. Okay, you are also live. Okay, Stephen, my job can be stressful at times, right? When things go hectic at work, with things going wrong, I just try to remain calm and start dealing with the most urgent decisions first. Yes, very good, Stephen. Very good. Because I think what you are saying is right. You need to, first of all, be calm, because when you're stressed out, and you're anxious about something, you get all worked up, right? You get all worked up, and you don't even think straight. You don't even think properly. What am I supposed to do? You're so worried about it. So I think that's very good. What you said is first remain calm. That's the main thing. Control yourself first. Control yourself, then you can control the situation. So I fully agree with that. And then you said try and make prioritize the decisions, right? So that's what you're doing, prioritizing what is most urgent, right? There may be 10 things to do, but it may be more important to first do one thing, and then you can go down the line and then come to the last one. So whichever needs the most attention, whichever is most important, it's better to address that problem first. So yes, good points there, good points for people to follow. And work my way to the least urgent. Absolutely right. Just like what I said just now. You start with the one that's most important. So, as a supervisor, as a leader, that's what you finally build up your mind for. You build up your mind to recognize that, no, 10 workers have come, but what one worker says, that is priority. That is what should be dealt with first. And number 10 worker who came, whatever it is, that's the least priority. So yeah, very true. And over the years, as a supervisor, as a leader, over the years you kind of build up, you build up that way that you can think instantly you can think about how to cope and how to deal with it in a sequential order, of the most important to the least important. So yes, very good, that is right. Now, I will tell you, something about, my examples. Okay, something about my examples. I all my life, even from a very from a young student. Okay, yes, nice to see Stephen here. Yes, yeah, nice to see Stephen here. So even as a young child, as a young student in school and things like that, I was in a boarding school. I was in a boarding school for many years. And in the boarding school, there are always fights going on with the students, right? Always fights. And there were like teams, okay? There were teams, you are in my team, you are in that one's team, and you're fighting against somebody else. And you do not know what is the cause. You do not know what is the cause. You do not know what is the reason. It's just that you are in that team and you will follow what the leader says. If the leader is angry with the leader of the other team, then finished. Everyone will be angry with all the other teams, so, some or the other, I never belonged to any team. I was very neutral. I never belonged to any team. I was respected for that. But the best part of the fun was each of the teams would come to me with their problems about the other team. And from a young age, I was able to keep all their secrets with me, not bring it out, not go and instigate trouble by telling this secrets of one team to the other team. And I was able to control that right from, a very young age. And I think that helped me with many of my decisions. But what happened when I really became a leader? So first in school, I became a coordinator, and after becoming a coordinator, then I got a job straight away as the designation was like assistant headmaster, but like I was like in charge of the full boys wing, and there was another female who was in charge of the girls wing. So she was always there in charge of the girls wing, but there was nobody in charge of the boys section. And I was brought in then, and I was selected to head that. So after being coordinator, that was my first senior role. It was like vice principal. So that was my first senior role. There was a lot I had to cope with. There are a lot of mistakes I made. My principal was a little understanding. He was a Britisher, So he was a little understanding, but the owners of the school used to, pressurize him a lot, used to pressurize him a lot. So, I went through a tough time at that time. There was lots of stress and anxiety about, my work, coping up with, my leadership qualities, coping up with the daily work, because I was also teaching grade 9, 10, and 11 English language and literature. So, I was doing my administrative duties, plus I was doing that, plus, all the scheduling, the timetabling, absentee teachers, all that was on my head for the full school. Absentee teachers, giving roster replacement duties. So, everything was on my head. Uh, all activities of the school was placed on my plate. So I had to, coordinate all activities, make a program for all activities. So I had a lot of work to do. And in a newfound role, it was very tough, but I was determined. And therefore, as you said, Stephen, no, keep your cool, keep calm. And that's what I did. Just started doing everything as it is. So now what happened also, in the administration, I was the only non-Muslim. The principal, who was a Britisher, he married a Yemeni. Many years back, he married a Yemeni, a girl from Yemen. That's another Arab country. So because of that, he had to convert and become a Muslim. So he converted and became a Muslim, not just in name. He really studied from the Quran. And when the Muslim children read a Quran verse at the assembly, he would correct them if they were wrong. He would correct them. That much he was into the Muslim religion. I hats off to him. So I was the only non-Muslim in the administration line there. All the office people also were all Muslims. So like that, I faced a lot of extra problems from that kind of a thing, like from the religious point of view. Though I'm very religious tolerant, and like I blended with them, but there were many things that stood out like a sore thumb, So I had a lot of things to cope up with, and a lot of things to manage, and it helped me. It helped me. But after 1 year, I gave up that job, and then I became the vice principal of the American International School. But the 1 year experience I went through really made me settle down into, a senior administrative role. And then in that school, I was only vice principal, no teaching, nothing, only vice principal. Taga, hello Taga, nice to see you here, Taga. Welcome to my channel. Taga, I haven't made you a moderator. I haven't made you a moderator, and you were there last time. Shame on me, shame on me. Okay, Taga, you are now a moderator, so you can interact with the others very nicely. Okay, Taga, thank you for being here. Please comment on today's theme. How do you cope with stress and anxiety in your daily life? It may not be you, it may be somebody else, but give some suggestions. Let's give some suggestions to help. Oh, welcome, Taga. Now you're a moderator. You can put people in the corner. If you want to put people in the corner, you can put them in the corner. If you want, you can mute them. If you want, you can take them out. If you want, you can give them a lot of love and affection. So, that helped me when I was the vice principal of the American International School in Dubai. Then, it helped me to cope with my work. I got so well organized. My computer was so well organized. Like all the notices I used to send out, all the meetings I used to have, it was there for every year, every month, every day. I had folders, and they were all in order. One folder in another folder in another folder, so much so, when I resigned and left the school, they wanted my username and password and all for my computer, and I gave them all that, and they were surprised. They were surprised how well everything was documented, everything was there. Like, I joined the school in 2004 in November, and I left the school in 2011 July. But right from 2004 right up to 2011, every year, if you opened the 2004 year, you found everything there. If you opened 2005, you found everything there, right from 1st of January to 31st of December, So from the time I took over, everything was well organized. Hello, Pita. How are you, Pita? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. I know you are busy. So, that is how things were. So it helped me. It helped me. There was less stress. There was less anxiety in my life, and yeah, it helped me to set a pattern. It helped me to stay calm and things like that. Now, one very interesting incident I will also give. All right, please comment on the theme today. All right, I want many to give suggestions. Give suggestions. How do you cope with stress and anxiety in your daily life, or you help somebody else, you help somebody else. Okay, now I'll come to another very important thing that I learned in life. My daughter had done a course, a certification in life coaching. So I found like how much her outlook in life changed because of that, how much it changed. And I said, let me see what this life coaching is about. So they first, when you want to do something like that, they offer you a free session. So I took advantage of the free session. I went and attended it. And believe me, it opened my eyes to so many things. Like before, if somebody had a problem and they came to me, and for solution, I would readily give them solution. I would tell them 10 solutions. Yeah, you can do this, or you can do this, or you can do this, or you can do this. And I used to send them away. Very happy they are, and very happy I am that I am able to solve their problem. But when I went for this life coaching, there was this valuable lesson I learned. And to coin a phrase that I began using, throw the ball in the other person's court. Throw the ball in the other person's court. I began using this, very often in my dealings as an administrative leader of the school. I began doing this. So when the teachers used to come to me and ask me for solutions, or this child is playing up, or these students are playing up in my class, or I'm having the problem to teach this lesson, or whatever it be the problem, they come, or I have problem with these students' parents, and so whatever is the problem, and they used to come to me, I changed my way, I changed my tactic after I went for that life coaching, session. Then no more did I give them solutions. I didn't tell them, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that. No, I never told them all that. But the important thing is when you tell them, okay, do this, do that, they are not motivated enough to do it. They are not motivated enough. They may start to do it and then they will leave it. They will never do it. So, what I learned in that session, you know what they should be doing, in your mind, right? You assess the problem, you know what the problem is, and you know what solution you should be offering to them, but you don't tell them the solution. What you do is you start asking them leading questions. You start asking them leading questions, and you are going to lead them. You are going to lead them to the answer that you want. You're going to lead them to the answer that you want. But you're going to lead them with questions that you're asking them to think. Your leading questions will be like thought provoking for them. They have to think. They have to think and they have to come up with a solution. And then if you think that's not the right solution, so lead them on with questions. Lead them on with questions, you know. So for example, supposing somebody says, this student is misbehaving in my class. It's impossible to control the student. And the only thing I feel I can do is to put him outside the class. How many of us were thrown out of class, right? For some reason, not paying attention, talking to somebody else, right? Disrupting the class. What is the first thing the teacher does? Get out. Get out of my class, or go and see the principal, or go and see the supervisor, whatever it is. Main thing, teacher will say, get out of my class, right? Do you think it helps the student to stay out of the class? No. That's what the student wants. The student doesn't want to study, and the student is making all sorts of trouble in the class, and you tell the student to get out, and that's what the student wanted. He wanted to be free. Outside, he will be roaming, he will go here, he will go there, he will talk to some other friends, he will enjoy himself outside, right? And that's what you are playing into his hands. He's not learning anything. So you have to always change your strategy. So I would say, okay, you threw him out of class. Now you tell me, how useful did you find throwing him out of class? Like, has the student benefited in any way? Does it help the student to catch up with the lesson that the student has missed? Is the student able to understand what you were teaching in the lesson? And those kind of questions. And then you make the teacher realize that yes, sending the student out of class was not a solution, right? That's what you make the teacher with your leading questions. Soon you make the teacher realize that what the teacher did of sending the student out of the class was not really a solution. So then you come to the next problem. Okay, I have to keep the student in my class, but the student is disrupting my class. So now you come to address the problem and get a solution for it, not sending him out of the class. So now comes the thing again. So again, you ask them different types of questions, and then they will say, okay, maybe I will do this, maybe I will do that. And then you feel that yes, what they are suggesting is correct. That is what you want them to do. And then let's say you narrow it down to choice of two, choice of two, and then say, which one will you do? And then they pick the wrong one. They pick the wrong one and they say, maybe I will do this. And you know that no, that's not the one you should be doing. You should be doing the other one. But you don't tell them that. So again, you reason out with them. All right, now let's say solution number one, solution number two. Now, if we do solution number one, what do you think can happen? What are the good things that can happen? What are the bad things that can happen if you do solution number one? And same thing, ask them to think about solution number two, right? If you follow solution number two, then what do you think will be the repercussions? How do you think it will help in solving the situation? How do you think the student will be able to cope and you will be able to cope? So you get them to be thinking all the time. They are thinking and they are giving the answers, but they don't know that with your questions you are leading them, right? Hello Joyce, how are you? Good, Joyce, thank you for being here. Please contribute to, only Stephen has contributed till now, and myself, Stephen and myself, about today's topic. So please contribute to today's topic. How can you cope with stress and anxiety in daily life? So I'm going back to my solution. So finally, out of the two choices, you get the teacher to choose one. Now, sometime, hi, how are you? School, school were good. Where is who? Lial is not home. No, I can see them. I can see them. I can see them in the mirror. So, so even if they choose the wrong one, supposing they choose the wrong one, then you tell them, okay, you prefer this, then go ahead, try it, and see how it works with you, and then come back and let me know. So you give them an opportunity to try the wrong one, right? And then they will see that it's really not working for them. And then in that case, they will say, then how about the other solution, right? You had another solution, try that and come back. And finally, they are going to be doing the solution that you offered, that you wanted. That is what they will be doing. So, that's a very valuable lesson I learned from the life coaching session. Very valuable. And that is what finally led me to changing, changing my way. It led to changing my way, So just excuse me, I will go upstairs, all right? Just excuse me, I will go upstairs. All right, kiddies, where is Alial? All right, nobody is to sit on that sofa. Strict instructions from dad. That couch. Yes. Strict instructions from dad. Okay, nobody to sit on that. Just give me a minute, okay? Oh boy, very strong. That's good. If you need anything, let me know. I'll be on top, okay, in my room. Okay, let me. Sorry about that. Let me take you along with me. We go upstairs to my room, okay? So let the grandchildren enjoy themselves downstairs. And you come up with me. What do you say? Let's journey together. Let me show you the view from this window. Wow, it's a very good view from this window. Let me show you the view from this window. It's not Christmas, but this is what a white Christmas would look like. This is what a white Christmas would look like. So Stephen must be used to this kind of a scenery. It's snowing. It is snowing. You have a nice deck down there. It's a very nice deck. All this is their land. All this is their land. Up to that big tree behind. Right behind there's one single tree. You have a nice deck down here. A nice entrance. Where you see that archway, all that land behind the archway, except where the grass is growing beyond, but where the snow is, all that they are going to make into a vegetable patch. The family who they bought it from had all those swings and everything because he stayed here for about 20 years. So his kids grew up over here. So he had all the slides and the swings and everything he had built for his kids. But now his kids are all big. So my daughter said, she said, why don't you leave all those there for my kids? So he said, okay, no problem. So he left everything there for them. And this is from the front. You see this line of trees? Those line of trees right up to those line of trees there, where the car is, where there is the car, and going down to the left-hand side. All this is their land area. So they got a lot of land. So they just moved here a few months ago. So they are waiting for spring. My daughter has already sown a lot of seedlings. She's already sown a lot of seedlings, and as soon as it is spring, She will be planting it all outside. So she's looking after a lot of seedlings in the house. Chona, Chona, wow, Chona, thank you so much, Chona. Nice to see you. Let me make myself comfortable. Sorry for all the commotion. Thank you, Chona. Thank you for coming for my live stream. So tell me, what about some solutions? Come on. How do you cope with stress and anxiety? Pita, come on. Stress and anxiety. Joyce, you also. Lots of stress and anxiety with the teacher's work. So, Joyce and Pita, you can share a lot. And main site, very good. The happy family, Pita's happy family. Trinity. Oh, so yes, that session, the life coaching, I never joined it. It's expensive, but the life coaching really, really helped me. It helped me a lot with, you know, changing my outlook in life. And then the biggest lesson for me, the biggest lesson was COVID. The biggest lesson was COVID. Why stress? Correct. What is there to stress? What is there to have anxiety? COVID paralyzed the whole world for 2 full years, right? COVID paralyzed the whole world for 2 full years. You couldn't travel, you couldn't even go out of your house, kind of. You had to only do it for something necessary. You had to wear a mask every time you went out somewhere. You had to keep washing your hands. And, there were so many things you had to do, and so many things you could not do. You could not do so many things. So, all of us that have been through that, I think that should be the biggest lesson in life, that there's no point in stressing, there's no point in being anxious, there's no point in sitting and bashing your head and pulling your hair and worrying about something. Yes, we will face problems like that, but don't worry. Find a solution. Instead of worrying about the problem, start looking for solutions for the problem. Now, in this last month, I have been through a lot of moments that can cause stress and anxiousness. I have been through a lot of stuff, but I did not stress out. I did not stress out. Why? Because I started finding solutions, right? I started finding solutions. So that is the main reason why never take stress, never be anxious over something. Always keep a calm mind, always keep a calm attitude. That's very, very important. As Stephen said in the beginning, remain calm. When you remain calm, you can calm others down. When you are calm, others also will be calm. It's like in an argument. You say something, someone says something, then you say, then that person says, and then the voice goes louder, the volume goes higher, and you shout, and that person shouts and shouts and shouts, and in the end, it can come to blows. It can be fist fight, correct? So, if you remain cool and calm, you lower your voice, you be very cool, automatically the other person will also come down. If the other person is yelling, screaming. Remember, I gave you the incident about that Muslim fellow during Ramadan, his fasting. He was banging on my car. I've given that incident before. I remained cool. He was very agitated, banging on my car, yelling at me. I just rolled down my window and very calm voice, I just told him, I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand your language. I only know English." And then he started in English, shouting and yelling and all. And I told him, "Oh, you are going home. It's your Ramadan and you are going home to break your fast." And all I told him was, It's okay. No need of you hurrying. You don't have to hurry and go home. No need. Because today Allah is not accepting your fast. Today Allah will not accept your fast because you have been shouting, you're getting angry. So Allah will not accept your fast. So don't worry about being in a hurry to get home. Take your own time now, cool and calm, because you will have to fast for one more day after Ramadan is over. You will have to fast for one more day to make up for today. He was shocked. He just stopped. He never said anything. He got in his car and he went off. So, it's very important. It's very important for you to remain calm, collective, control the situation, and automatically you will find apply solutions. Apply solutions. And as Stephen said, like attend to the most important, whichever needs priority. Start with that and then go down to the least priority. So that was very valuable point. And when you even Pita now, Pita was only a teacher in the school, but now she's become the principal. So I'm sure there are many more things that she can tell us about also, Pita. Many more things. Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Oh, Lisa is also Taga, is it? No, Lisa is Aling. Oh, I'm confused now. I'm confused. Who is Lisa? Aling or Taga? Aling. I think I think Lisa is Aling. I think so. I'm not sure. It's either Taga or Aling, but I think it is Aling. Oh yes, yes. Good morning. Support from Aling Day's Diary. Correct. It's Aling. Yes, yes. Correct. It's Aling. Yes, Aling. Thank you so much for coming on my live stream. Most welcome. But nobody is giving. But nobody is giving ideas. Nobody is giving solutions how they manage. By you giving solutions, it might help somebody else, correct? When you share solutions, it might help somebody else. Because sometimes your mind is so scared, your mind becomes a blank, right? Your mind becomes a blank. You don't know. You're like frozen. You're like frozen. You don't know what to do, right? But listening to advice and seeing how other people cope with it, how other people what solutions they offer, that would help a lot. Like, so when you face a situation, you will not panic. When you face a situation, automatically it will come into your mind. Oh, I remember Stephen said this, or Winston said this, or Pita said this, or Joyce said this, or Ia said this, or Taga said this, or Aling said it. Like, it'll come into your mind. It'll come into your mind that, oh yes, I remember so and so said it, and this is how they dealt with it. Let me try that. Let me try that. Yes. So, that way it's very important. It's nice to share our thoughts with others so that, and maybe it's not something you have done, but maybe it is what somebody else has done. You know, maybe you were stressed out and how somebody helped you, right, with a solution, or somebody was stressed out and what did you do to help that person with a solution. So that is what is very important, very important. So if you can share If you can share your thoughts, on this topic, it would be very, very useful for others because today we are living in a very, very stressful environment. We are living. There are so many things that can cause stress and anxiety in our life. Many, many things. Alex, nice to see you, Alex. Thank you so much. Alex, anything to add for today's topic? Anything to add for today's topic? Today's topic is, how do you cope with stress and anxiety in your life? So maybe it's not you, but maybe somebody else is facing it, and how you cope with their stress and anxiety. So, waiting for you to share your ideas, like what you apply, what formula do you apply to overcome stress and anxiety for yourself or for somebody else. Now, you see, when I'm talking loud, I don't have a hoarse throat. Stephen, making time for yourself to relax and unwind every day helps a lot with daily stress. Yes, Stephen. Some people might want to listen to music, right? Like, I like very soft music. I like instrumental music. So when I want to just refresh myself, rejuvenate myself, I usually I don't do it now, but I used to do it before a lot. My room lights are off. Okay, my lights are off, and when the lights are off, I'm listening to this music. It will be soft, sentimental, soothing, and most of it is either instrumental or it's based on some kind of a love theme. So that was the way that I used to relax. So right, Stephen, I identify with you on that point as well. So I find music I find is a very good relaxing and unwinding. Yes, very good for music to do that. Or you can always, whenever you're with a stressful situation, always try to do something contrary, something just the opposite. Whatever was causing you the stress, whatever was causing you the problem, leave it and start doing something totally different. Start doing something totally different. That way, you're not analyzing what caused the stress. You're not finding a solution for what caused the stress. You're not finding a solution. Just stop doing that and start with any other activity that is not related to it. Anything completely the opposite, completely different. Start with that activity. Start doing that. So your mind doesn't concentrate on the problem. Your mind now starts on concentrating on something new. You know. So that is another great way of stress relief. Another great way. I have found that also many times. Just forget it. Whatever it was causing, just leave it. Leave that situation and go on to doing something else. And that way, what happens? You forget about that problem, so you're not thinking about it, so you don't get stressed, right? You de-stress almost immediately. For me, exercise and diet adjustment. Okay, so Chona does exercises in order to relieve stress. Yes, uh, like exercises. Some people dance, right? Some people do dancing, right? They do dancing. Some people will do yoga. Some people will do exercises, as Chona said. So yes, all related, right? Dancing or yoga or exercises and things like that. So that is another thing what to do, right? When you're stressed. I am strange in that I really enjoy music. I usually find it to be distracting and annoying. Stephen, this is something very true, because some people, they find it distracting, right? You suddenly begin singing it, you suddenly become involved in it or something like that, maybe. So it's not relaxing you. Yet, Yet, I have known many people, even when they are studying for an exam, they will have music. I have known many people, I know during school days also, even when you are studying, you will have music in the background. And I was one of those people. I was one of those people. But I used to have the instrumental music. I used to have the instrumental music. But when I was studying also, I did not mind having a light music in the background. Not something heavy, not something with loud singing and all that. No, instrumental in the background and while I was studying. I am one of those type of people. So yes, for me, music was very important from that point of view. Music was very important. It would help to relax me a lot, a lot. And like I said, I've done it for many years, for many years. Nowadays, I don't need it. I don't need it because I've just learned to cope. I've just learned to cope and just try to apply different solutions. Like I've been very stressed out from December. From December, I've been very stressed out. Now, when I say very stressed out, it's not that I was stressed out, but it's just that the situations that were happening are very stressing situations. But I was able to still cope with it. And I went from one solution to the other, to the other, to the other, trying whatever is possible until finally something worked out. It was at a great cost. I spent a lot of money coming here on a one-way flight, but that was the best solution at the moment. So there was no other better solution. I tried going to India. I couldn't go to India. I was not getting a visa for India. That was another stressful situation, right? But I didn't take the stress. I just said, okay, I have to do e-visa. I'll go home and try it. When I went home, I found the same problem. So what else to do? Nothing, right? So it's that way. Just move on. Move on. That is the important thing, is to move on with your life. So nothing strange about that, Stephen. Yes, I know many people where music affects them. Music distracts them. I know even from school days, I know how many people used to get distracted with music. So I couldn't be studying in a group putting on music when others, it causes a distraction for them, right? So that is it. One man's meat is another man's poison. So, but no, it's not strange, Steven. Don't worry. I know many people where music is good, they can, even study for exams and all that with music on. But others find it very distracting. You sort of tend to get involved in it and you want to sing along, and that takes you away from whatever you are trying to do, like especially studying, it takes you away from that. I really enjoy sitting in nature and listening to it. That is why I love the countryside. That is why I love the countryside. I am now at work. Okay, Pita, have a nice day at work. Take care. Take care. Have a nice day at work. And Peta, if you cannot comment now, please do comment later on, because you are now the principal of a school. So you will be able to give a lot of good advice how you can cope with, anxiety and stress in the daily life. Shona, sometimes the best way to stop anxious thoughts is to leave and get moving, focusing on your body and not your mind. Yes, like you said, Chona, do exercises, right? So when you're doing exercises, it takes your mind off whatever was the problem, whatever was causing you stress. It takes your mind off that, and you are doing something else. And that's one of the things I also said, so it's very good. What you need to do is do something completely opposite. Do some work which is not related to what was causing stress. Do something totally different. So, yes, Peter, Stephen is asking you a question. How many channels do you have? Alex, how are you? Alex, are you on a live stream also? Coping up with stress for me is to enjoy everything around me. The more busy I am, the more I can get free of stress or anxiety. Yes, I think that's good because you also do multitasking, right? So, Pita, because you do multitasking, you're doing many things at one time. So, your concentration is divided. Your concentration is divided into all the activities. So, you don't have time to focus on problems and, something that is causing stress or stress related, anything. So, yes, I agree with that. I agree with that also. It's a very good solution. It's a very good solution. Just keep on keeping yourself busy. You'll forget that moment. You'll forget that because your mind is on other things. So I identify with that. I identify with that. So like I was saying, if you get like a picture or you get a collage, if you get a collage or something like that, then it would help out a lot. Always just concentrate on some other work. But Shona, you are right. Just do something else. And Maya also like says the same thing. Main sites says the same thing. Just do some other work, just concentrate and carry on with some other work. So you have no time to think about the problem at hand that can worry you. Joy says visiting family and friends help me to relax. Okay. So that's another solution there. Just visit family and friends. So, yes, that's another different kind of thought. Yes, it's a different kind of thought. Visit family and friends. For me, I means wherever I'm usually staying, not now. Now I'm in Canada with my daughter and her family, but otherwise, like in Thailand, I'm without family and friends, right? But you still manage to cope. You still manage to cope. That's why I said, Stephen, I said, one man's meat is another man's poison. It's so different. Like music will upset some people, but music will be very, will de-stress somebody. And now you have mentioned also, sometimes with relatives, there is more stress than with friends or people who are not related to you. And I think I would go along with that a lot. You know, one of the main reasons what I feel and what I always say, okay, if a stranger says something to you, you don't worry, you just ignore it. You just consider him to be foolish and let him pass on, right? You just ignore it. But if your own family says something close to it, you are always hurt. You are very hurt. You will cry. You will break down. So usually we find that happens with family, your family. Then another thing with family, what will happen? They will pamper you. Family will pamper you. They will not be strict. They will not shout at you. They will always pamper you. So that is another bad reason. I feel that's another bad reason, because you don't grow up to be a very healthy, correct? You don't grow up to be a very a healthy person that way, right? So yes, you cannot help. Family is family. You cannot help getting away from family. Yes, you can live far away from them so that you're not disturbed on a regular basis. Because what happens, friends are more understanding. Family will not understand. They will not spend so much time to try and understand you, your nature, your personality. They have no time for that. Okay. And so that is what normally cause, siblings and rivalry and everything, that you are just talking to each other, right? You plan to do certain things with each other. So that's natural. That's natural. It's natural for so yeah, some good reasons, some very nice things. I'm happy you all are all expressing yourselves, and I am just adding to whatever you are saying. So that's really good. So that's nice. Good. Many of you have given some nice reasons. I'm happy. I'm really happy. Stephen, Pita, Chona also gave. Chona also gave some good reasons. So Joyce also gave some reason. See, basically, who is nearest you? Very rarely it will be a friend, correct? It is usually friends. Very rarely it will be your family, right? So it is mostly friends. So friends are the ones that will first come to your help or to your rescue. But then, as they always say, for example, like when if you're in need of something, and you have a sibling who's staying in another city, maybe staying 40 miles away, maybe staying 100 miles away, who will you ask first for? Maybe you will inform them, but they are going to take a long time to come to your place. So who do you rely on? Your neighbors, right? You rely on your neighbors, right? Or unless you have a real very good friend, then you will call that friend. But otherwise, you will sort of rely on your neighbors to try and help you and take you around, maybe to hospital or whatever it is. So you see, that is how it is. So why we value friendship, or we value friendship. We are also looking out for, uh, you know, we are looking out for some good friends, right? We are looking out to have also good friends. Okay, what has Joyce written? I also listen to wide genre of music. Yes, Joyce, good music is really very healing, very soothing also. After work, while on the job, when stressful situations arise, try to remain calm and deal with it. I also like my home to be peaceful and happy. Yes, true. Main site says cooking and baking helps me relax. Yes, because Pita loves to cook and bake, loves to cook and bake. So yes, sometimes there are family members that can cause more stress, but then, it depends. If you have family nearby, I guess, you would call family first more than you will call your friend. Unless, of course, you are at loggerheads with the family, you know, not on talking terms or something like that, then that would be a problem. But otherwise, but usually, as we grow up, we stay far away from family, right? We move out. Now, see, my brother is in Japan, my sister in India, I'm in Canada, kind of, but now I've been in Thailand for so long. So we are living separately. But because of modern technology, like my morning's topic, because of modern technology, we are able to keep with each other. We are able to talk to each other. We are able to see each other. Gone are those days when you have to, you know, run to somebody's house or go down. We used to go down to the shop just to get the- just to get some kind of message, or somebody's calling us or something like that. So it was difficult, right? It's difficult. So, any more comments? Very good. I'm so happy that so many of you have added comments. Very happy. Joyce, Chona, Stephen, Pita. Lots of you have given comments. Very good. And good suggestions. It will help. It will help people. Those of the viewers who are passing by. If they, sometimes what happens, if they are watching, they will do fast forward, correct? You do fast forward, and suddenly something, when you do fast forward, will catch your attention. When it catches your attention, you say, oh, what was this person talking about? Then you will wind back a little, you'll go back a little, and then you'll see what you missed because you were fast forwarding, so then you will listen to it, and then that will be helpful. It will remain in your mind forever. As a solution, it will forever remain in your mind. So so yes, very important, very important. Nice suggestions you have given. It will really help viewers. It will help people, how to cope, how to deal with various situations. Like just day before yesterday, I got a message that one of the teachers in a school I taught in Dubai Scholars, where I was teaching. One of the teachers, she had quit her job, and then she went back to India with her family. And in India, quite recently, and in India, she started her own baking and making pastries. She started it from her house, and she was doing very well. She was expanding and doing very well. And then suddenly, she went for a checkup. I don't know how it happened, but then last minute, she discovered that she was in the last stage of cancer. So that was day before yesterday. And yesterday morning, I got a message that she's passed away. And the person who told me, the teacher who informed me about it the day before, said that, the next 24 hours is very critical. And what happened? Jean went away in within the 24 hours. Wee hours of the morning, I think around 4 o'clock or something in the morning, she passed away. Sorry about that. Yeah, very healthy discussion. Any more passing by? Taga, how about giving some solution? Taga, uh, Ailing, how about giving some solution, some suggestions? Alex, how you cope with stress and anxiety. Many are on their live stream also, no? ER is on a live stream. Aling must be on a live stream. So this is the time all the Filipinos are on live streams. Main site. Main site is here. Oh, the Trinity, Maya, and I connect. Oh, main site is here. Maya and I connect is with Iya. Okay, very good. Iya and Manang. Okay. That's very good. Yeah. It's good you have three accounts, so you can have it all separated. Alex is on Iya's live stream. Okay. No, I don't want to go onto anyone's live stream because, Stephen, you also be careful because my phone, my phone and my laptop is the same account. My phone and the laptop is my same account. So I believe if I'm using my account for a live stream, I cannot be using my account to be on somebody else's channel. And that is one of the reasons, as Pita told me also, that is one of the reasons why I'm losing watch hours. But now I'm coming to understand, is that really a reason? Is that really a reason? Because I have been like that and I have not lost watch hours. But last 3 days, I am not doing it. Last 3 days, I am not doing it. And I have got very little watch hours. So to me, that doesn't offer a solution. What I was told that, because I before I always used to be Calvo live stream, Iya's live stream while I'm watching YouTube. But I got my hours, I got watch hours. They were not reduced at that time. Now, last 3 days, I'm not going on anybody's live stream. I'm not going to YouTube. Before, I will take my phone and I will look at YouTube. Now, I don't even open my YouTube phone because my YouTube phone account and my laptop account is the same. So I don't open YouTube at all. You see, I don't even keep my phone in my hand. So I'm not doing it. So last 3 days, I'm not doing it, but my watch hours are very low. Today I got only 4 hours, 4 watch hours. Yesterday, 2 watch hours, and the day before that, 3 watch hours. And yet, my watch hours after the live stream is showing like 6 hours, 7 hours, 11 hours. That was what it showed for the last 3 days. That is only for live stream. What about others who are watching my replay and watching my other videos? There are more watch hours coming from there. A lot of watch hours are coming from people who watch my replay because they are watching for the full, keeping it on for the full 1 hour, 2 hours. They are keeping it on. Even if they are not listening, they are keeping it on, right? But where are those watch hours? So I do not know, I do not know what YouTube does. And everybody gives an explanation, but there are many things I find like I cannot agree, right? I cannot agree. Yes, Pita, don't worry. Understand, don't worry. Understand. Because you're at work, you may even have to mute what I'm saying you cannot hear. So it's okay, Pita. Don't worry about all that. Pita, Pita is so worried, because she did not come on my live stream last night. She went to sleep early, and from yesterday till today, this morning she got up and she kept apologizing. I don't know, 1,001 times. I told Pita, don't worry, it's okay. You need your rest, correct? You need your sleep. Plus, when I went on live in the morning, it is very late. It is like 10:30. It is 10:30 in the night in Philippines. People have to go to work the next day, so people have to go to sleep early. 10:30 is late, not early. So I told Pita, don't worry about it. But she got up this morning and she was just very anxious about it that she missed the live stream. Poor thing, and poor thing, really. I know you all are really very supportive of me, very, very supportive. And, you know, I'm happy that the thought is there, right? I'm happy that the thought is there. Even Stephen kept on saying, oh my God, I think Stephen said for the last 3 or 4 times, oh, I missed another one. Oh, I missed another one. No, I will definitely try to be on. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. When you miss, you can always, the beauty of it is when you're watching a replay, you can just leave it on and listen while you're cooking, you're washing up, you're doing laundry. So you can just put on a replay and you can just let it play and you can just listen to whatever it's saying. Like as I told you, I used to do that. I used to do that. Oh my God, I forgot. I forgot. Yesterday I cooked okra. I cooked okra and even my son-in-law, when he got up this morning, no, not this morning, he didn't tell me, but in the afternoon, he came home for lunch. And the minute he walked into the house, he said, oh, Winston, I must tell you that the okra last night was really very good. He said, I really enjoyed it. But I did not take out a video. On Wednesday, I am going to cook chicken. On Wednesday morning, I'm going to cook chicken. Nobody will be home. Grandkids will go to school, and my daughter and the son-in-law will go to work, so nobody will be at home. So I will do that while cooking on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I will be cooking chicken. So I will take a full video of cutting, clipping, everything, and I'll put it up as a premiere. Maybe I'll put it up as a premiere. So all of you and we can sit down and watch it together. And as we are watching, we can comment. I also will have to type. I will have to do typing, not talking, typing. So I will put it as a premiere. So maybe like this time, right? I will have the video ready. And like this time on Wednesday, yeah, this time on Wednesday. So for us, Stephen, it will be Wednesday, and you are off till Friday, right? So our time it will be Wednesday evening, same time like today, and in Philippines it will be on Thursday morning. Okay, so we have a date, an important date for Wednesday evening Western time, same like today, and Thursday morning Eastern, Eastern. Uh, yeah, and Thursday morning the Eastern time. All right, like Philippines and all. So morning, Thursday morning. So yes, it will be my cooking video. I'll put it up as a premiere. I'll put it up as a premiere, and I don't know how long it will be. Maybe 1 hour, or 2 hours, or I don't know how long. So yeah, I will clear the kitchen. It's a nice big kitchen. It has an island, so I will clear it nicely and I will check all the angles. And yes, I'll make my first video cooking in this house. Oh, my first video cooking in Alberta. I have shown you cooking videos in Canada, when I used to cook before. I just took out videos, so you have seen that. Chopping onions, uh, cleaning fish. So you have seen all those videos. Then in the other province I was before I came to the other province, Patum Thani, I took out videos of me cooking many times. The last province it was not good. It was not conducive to shoot a video. But Wednesday, Wednesday, I'll be cooking chicken. So I was very happy. My daughter also said when I cooked, she ate a little. She tasted it and she said it was very good. And last night they both had it for dinner, daughter and son-in-law. And when he came in the afternoon, he said, first thing as he walked into the door, he said, "Oh, Winston, I must tell you, your okra was really very good." He is a pure Canadian, but he eats spicy food and not spicy, very spicy. He can eat very spicy food. And when we go outside, like when I arrived at the airport, and they came and picked me up, my daughter and son-in-law. They said, "Come on, we are going for dinner," and they took me to uh, a good restaurant where they had taken me last time. Also, they took me to that Indian restaurant. Very good food, and you should see when he is ordering, like in the Indian language, the okra is called bindi. Bindi. So when he orders, he will say, yes, give me one bindi masala, one bindi masala." So he uses all the Hindi word because the dish is given like that, right? It's the Hindi translation given for the dish. So whichever way you read it out, you're reading it out like in the Hindi language, you're reading it out in English, right? Bindi. So he is well versed now with all the Indian food. He's well versed and he enjoys. He enjoys that. He enjoys aloo tikka. That's the potato pancakes, and he enjoys biryani. It's a nice rice preparation, so he enjoys biryani. And he eats spicy, really spicy. He eats food. And last afternoon when I cooked, I have a little heavy hand, and it did come very spicy. I put in a little extra chili powder when, but it was very spicy, but enjoyable. It was spicy but enjoyable. You can eat it. I told them you can sprinkle some lime. If you too spicy, just sprinkle some lime juice. It'll cut down the spice. But they were okay with it. So yes, it's really good. It's really good. Some nice solutions. I'm just reading over again. Well, everybody is very quiet. All of a sudden, everybody has become very quiet. Sorry, wondering where my phone has gone. Oh, how are you doing, Rosemary? So, Rosemary, today's theme, we had a lot of good solutions. So, tell me, how do you handle stress and anxiety? How do you cope with stress and anxiety? Maybe in your life or in somebody else's life connected to you. So, how do you cope with stress and anxiety in daily life? How? How? do you manage to cope with stress and anxiety? What do you do? Okay. So, Rosemary says, I always take it as part of growing up and part of life. Instead of focusing on things that gives me stress, I put my mind on beautiful things that makes me happy. Very good. Yes, right. That's what we also discussed earlier. Like, take your mind off that completely. Think of something else. Think of something completely different, and that's the best way to, relieve yourself of the stress. Do something else. So some people said they like to listen to music. Some people would do exercise or dancing. Something like that. So, yeah, take your mind off on what is causing stress and do something completely opposite. Right. So, very good. True. Very nice way of coping with stress. That's right. Thank you for your input on that. Because when we give suggestions how we are able to cope with something, it will be helpful to others as well, right? I gave many stories, many long stories about my life, how I was able to cope with things. Forever and ever and ever and ever, you'll be the one. Eternally. Rosemary says, also, I always think that there are lots of other people that have bigger struggles and stress. Oh my gosh, absolutely true. It's like always, you don't think of your problem, you think of other people are going through worse situation than what you are going through. I really agree with them. And talking about this, Rosemary, there's one thing which I read somewhere when I was very young, maybe in my early teens or something like that in school. I remember I read this, and till today I remember it. And anytime I'm really stressed about something very important, I think about it. And it is, I complained because I had no shoes. I complained because I had no shoes till I saw a man who had no feet. So, it's so true. Like, we sometimes are so dissatisfied with life, and, there are so many problems we are going, and we think, oh my God, this is like the end of the world for us, correct? We think like this is the end of the world for us. But no, if we just sit down to think of what others are going through, then we will realize that our problem is nothing compared to theirs, right? We will think our problem is nothing compared to what they are going through. So I always remember this. I complained because I had no shoes till I saw a man who had no feet. Mine will only be just so small compared to what they are suffering. Very true. Yes, someone is always, Stephen says, yes, someone is always worse off than me. True, true. And in the Philippines, you don't have to go far. You don't have to go far in Philippines. You know, you can step outside your house and you can see poverty. You can see poor people. You can see how they are coping, how they are managing, whatever it is, they are managing with stuff. That is why when Rosemary told me, she said like her previous school she had been helping now, and many others are contributing, with her idea of helping her previous school. And when she told me how they go for tournaments, there's nobody to coach them, there's nobody to help them, and they just go for tournaments and play and come back. And I just thought to myself, and that is when I told Rosemary, I would like to visit you and Randy. I want to visit your school. I want to see how the area is. And I like the province. I like the mountain life. And I said, I want to come there and see it. And if I find it is good, I would like to help out in your school, and I would love to coach the students. I would love to spend my time coaching them and helping them, taking them for the tournaments, accompanying them for the tournaments, and helping them, because I've been a good athlete and I'm good in many games. So whatever I know, I can always help them, and she said, yeah, that would be a wonderful idea to do that. They would appreciate it, and they would welcome the idea. And I asked her also, I said, but what about, working? Because if I'm doing something like that, what about the law and all? And she said, don't worry, like over there, nobody will bother. And they know that you cannot take money from the poor people. So, they know that. So she said, but don't worry, nothing like that will happen. It is okay, but I do not know. Last 3 days, I got like 3 hours, 2 hours, and this morning I had 4 hours. And I have been getting like 6 hours, 11 hours, 7 hours in the last 3 days for my live stream. So I don't know why YouTube cut down. And I stopped. When I'm on my live stream, I don't open YouTube. I don't look at anything else on YouTube. I don't keep any. Remember, Rosemary, before I used to keep you on your live stream on my phone, right? I used to be watching it, and then when I come to my live stream, I keep you on my phone, and I'm keeping on doing my live stream. And and that time I never got few hours. I never got hours cut so much. I never got hours cut so much. But somebody said, uh, if you are using the same account, and my phone and my laptop is the same account. So they said if I'm using the same account to be on somebody's live stream, and I'm using the same account to be on my live stream, then YouTube cuts my watch hours. I don't know if that is true. So last 3 days, I have tested that. Last 3 days, I did not go on my phone. I don't go to anybody's live stream on my phone because both the account is the same. So last 3 days, I did not do it, but YouTube cut my hours. They still cut my hours. Once I got 6 hours, they gave me 0 hours. I got 6 hours, they gave me 0 hours. So I really do not know. Last 3 days, I did not go to anything else, but they cut my hours. They still cut my hours. So, I stopped analyzing YouTube now. I cannot understand YouTube. I just cannot understand YouTube. But anyhow, my watch hours have now reached, today it was 904. 904. So I still have a long way. 3,100 watch hours. It's a long way. I still have a very long way to go with watch hours, but it's okay. I'm doing my live stream. I'm doing my videos. I'm doing whatever I'm supposed to do, and what YouTube wants to do, let them do. Right? It's okay. Yeah, many are helping now. See, Pita, she's been watching my replays. I know for sure Pita is watching. ER also watches. They keep my live stream on, so that means I should get that hours at least, right? I'm not getting that. So I don't know what YouTube is doing. I really do not know what YouTube is doing. But anyway, who took a, there is no way to ask YouTube, right? Why like this? I have got screenshots. I have got screenshots, Rosemary. I've got screenshots as proof. But it's okay. Thanks, Rosemary. Thanks. Yeah, I still need 3,100. That is a long, long way. But okay. I'm just doing whatever I'm supposed to do. I will watch that video, Rosemary. I will watch. I want to see how he is making smoked ham or whatever it is. I want to see how he is doing it. Yeah, he's also Randy also is just trying it out. No, he doesn't know. He's just trying out also. So I will watch that video. I will watch it. Very interesting it will be. Yeah, I have done vertical viewing from my phone. I have done vertical viewing from my phone, but not that it has helped a lot. No. See, vertical viewing is this is what my opinion, I think. Vertical viewing is it gives the appearance of a shot, right? It gives the appearance of a shot, but ultimately it's a long video. It's a long video. And so people, when they see a long video, most of my viewers, when they see a long video, they do not come on it. Even if my video is 1 minute and a half, if my video is 1.5 minute, I don't get many views. Even if my video is 1.5 minute, I do not get many views. So I don't know. So now I just forget. I just do. I do my live stream, I do my videos, I do my shots, and I just upload it. Finished. What has to happen will happen, right? Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. So, whatever will be, will be. No worries, no worries. I've uploaded long videos, no views, no views. I can give you my whole I can give you my whole history. I'm telling you, even 1.5 minute video people don't watch. Forget about 10-minute video. Forget about even a 10-minute video. A 1.5 minute video people don't watch. I have tried so many things now. I don't worry. Yes, I'm going to watch also how Randy has prepared the meat. Yes, I've got tags, I've got hashtags, I've got thumbnails, I got description, and I spend a lot of time on my thumbnails. I spend a lot of time on some thumbnails. Okay, Rosemary, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Rosemary, I'm still in Canada because I submitted my pension papers again on last week, Thursday. Last week, Thursday, I submitted my papers. They said it will take minimum 2 weeks. So I'm going to be here for 1 month at least. Let me see. So if they get back to me, I want to see what they tell me. I want to see what is there because in the system there is nothing. When the lady looked at the system, she said, there is nothing except that I had. She said, did you reappeal? I said, yes, I had reappealed, but I have not got a decision. She said, yes, that is the only thing in the system that you have reappealed and it's still in the process. But can you imagine? I reappealed 2.5 years ago. I reappealed 2.5 years ago and they are still processing. It's nonsense, it's nonsense. They are just delaying, they're just delaying. Because I was 2.5 years, I was out of Canada because of COVID. So they are just delaying. So now I have completed 10 years. I've completed my 10 years. Now let me see what they say. Let me see what answer they come up with. Now they cannot stop my pension. They cannot stop it. They have to give it. So let me see what they say. So I will be waiting here. So let's hope in by next week or something, end of next week or beginning of the week after that, I should be getting some news from them. Let's see. Rosemary, for 8 months I have been posting videos. For 8 months I have posted maybe about 100 videos. For 8 months I have got about 250 watch hours. For 8 months of video, I've got about 250 watch hours. But for 2 months of live stream, I've got 600 watch hours. For 2 months of live stream, I've got 600 watch hours. So which is better for me to do? Videos or live stream? That analytics itself tells me, right? 8 months of videos, I have only 250 watch hours. And 2 months of live stream, I've got 600 watch hours. For most of my videos, I use 16 by 9. For most of my videos, I use 16 by 9. Some videos I use 1 by 1 because, no, for shots I've used 1 by 1 because of getting the effect of the video. If I cut it, then a lot of the video is lost. If I cut it to 9 by 16, then lots of the videos are lost. Yes, I started live stream on the 7th of January. I started doing live stream on the 7th of January. I started doing one live stream per day. Then I started doing two live streams per day. So from 7th of January, and today is what? Today is the 5th of today is the 5th of March. So 7th of January to 7th of February to 7th of March. So in these 2 months, I've got about 600 watch hours, which is very good. So that's why I'm concentrating a lot on watch hours. I want to try and do a lot on watch hours. But now YouTube is cutting my watch hours also. They are cutting my watch hours on live stream. Okay, thanks, Rosemary. That is what many are doing. Iya, Pita, Stephen, many of them are just keeping my live stream on. They're keeping it on and letting it play. And so I was getting a lot of watch hours. Only last 3 days, I don't know why YouTube cut my watch hours. I think about 4 or 5 days back, I had 22 hours, 22 watch hours in one day. One day. I got 22 hours in one day. About 4 or 5 days ago, I had 22 watch hours. But last 3 days, they have cut a lot of my watch hours. They have cut a lot of my watch hours. Okay, Rosemary. Yes, you can message me on Messenger or talk to me. You can call me on Messenger also. No problem. I know you have a lot of things to do there. Your farm, your pigs. Now you are also involved with Randy's workshop, right? I see you repairing furniture or whatever you're doing with the furniture. You are very interested in Randy's workshop now. The few videos I saw. Rosemary, I'm just reading. How do you turn your phone on incognito? How do you do that? Because the phones are always connected with one account or the other, right? How do you do that? I have a second channel. I have a second channel which is with a different email, but I cannot access that from my phone. I cannot access my second channel from my phone. I can only access it from my laptop. I opened a second channel on Google Chrome with a different email. I created a new email account and I opened a second channel with my a new Gmail account and I opened it on Google Chrome, not on Google, on Google Chrome. But I cannot open it. I cannot open that channel from my phone because my phone is also connected with my laptop channel. So that's a problem. I need a complete different number. I need a complete different phone number, and then I can open the new channel. I can open on my new phone number. So I'm thinking of doing that. I think it has a dual chip. My phone has a dual chip. So I'm going to look at that and I'm going to see if I can get a Canada number and put a Canada number and create that account. So that's what I'm going to look into. But here there's too much of snow, and my daughter and son-in-law are working like full time, and very difficult to go out. Too heavy the snow is. So one day when I go out with them on a weekend, then I will check it out. If I can get a temporary number and you know log in with that number, so I can use the second phone. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be prince pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera, whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be, will be. You know, Rosemary, I always remember I saw a video. There is a girl, she's dressed in her two-piece swimsuit, and all she's doing is taking one stick and hitting a pool of water. That's all. She's dressed in a bikini, two-piece bikini. She's taking a stick and she's hitting a pool of water. She's hitting the stick in the pool of water. 6 million views. Shots. 6 million views. You have to be at the right place at the right time, right? 6 million views for that. And please do remember Martha, Stephen, Mardna, and Nair. Just help them. Keep them in your prayers. Uh, Martha is not keeping well, and Stephen is Martha's wife. Stephen is Martha's husband. Sorry, what am I saying? Stephen is Martha's husband. Martha is not keeping too well. Myrna was sick in hospital, and Myrna has to go back to hospital in the month of June. So she's still, fighting whatever it is she has. And Nair is a very old school friend of mine, and she's been going through a lot with cancer, suffering from cancer. So just remember all of them in your prayers. Remember all of them in your prayers. Pray that they keep good health and get better and heal. All right, just pray for all of them. Pray for all of them. I saw my wife suffering. I know what it is like, to go through. I don't know, Rosemary. I do not know how far it is true about watering plants in the morning. Because what happens is, I don't know, okay, but this is what I've read and I've seen many doing, that when you water your plants in the morning, the water, first of all, the water absorbs into the soil, right? But because of the heat from the sun, the heat also absorbs a lot of the water that you are, while you are, watering your plants. The heat is so much that it absorbs a lot of the water. So what they say is it's always better to water in the evening, because in the evening the sun is not so powerful. There is not so much of water being absorbed by the sun's heat. So most of that water will be soaking nicely in the plants the whole night. You know, that water will be embedded, soaking in the soil with the plants the whole night. And that is why it helps the plants much more watering in the evenings rather than in the mornings. So I don't know how far you are a farmer by nature, so you might know better. But like this is what I've read and I've seen also. So hello, Iya. Have you finished your live stream, Iya? Did you finish your live stream, Iya? Ah, you installed a new light fixture in the kitchen. Hmm. Now you can see what you are cooking. Okay, then I will end the live stream now. Thank you for all the wonderful discussion. Thank you for the lots of input that we had, and appreciate all the feedback on today's theme, because there were many good suggestions, and everyone was a perfect suggestion. So yes, I'm sure it will be able to help somebody who happens to watch the replay, and it will definitely help a lot of people listening into the suggestions. So yeah, another wonderful evening. Yes, Pita, I understand that you have to remain quiet. But thank you for staying tuned in. Thank you for staying tuned in. I really appreciate that. And yeah, Pita, I said on Wednesday evening my time, when Wednesday evening my time, I will like same time as we did today on Wednesday, same time, but for you it will be Thursday morning. For Philippines, it will be Thursday morning, and for me, it will be Wednesday evening. I'll put up a cooking video. I'll put up a cooking video as a premiere because I will be cooking chicken on Wednesday morning. I'll cook chicken. I'll make a full video of that, and we can watch the video as a premiere. We can interact with each other. Okay. So remember, Thursday morning your time, Wednesday evening my time, same time as we had today, same time as we started a live stream today. We will have a premiere. So we can chat and interact with each other on the premiere. Okay. So that's what we will do. That's what we will do. Okay. Oh, Chona also is here. Wow. Chona also is still here. Manang Sarang is done. Oh, okay. Manang's is over. All right, all right. Chona, what is Chona saying? For me, it's not just exercise or listening to music. That relieves my anxiety. I also talk to God because His is the only one who can help me. Rendering to God is a yes, yes. Surrendering to God is a big help to me. I also yes, it's a good thing. Talk to God, help, ask God for help, ask God for direction. Very true, Chona. This is a very new point you have mentioned. Very good. And it's true. It's true. Winston, could some of your lost watch hours be ones over a year old? No, no, Stephen. I'm talking about watch hours in the last 3 days. I've lost a lot of watch hours in the last 3 days. I've lost a lot of watch hours in the last 3 days. And I started live streaming only on January 7th this year. I started live streaming only on January 7th this year. So no, that's not the case. And even then I've not completed 1 year on YouTube. My first my first post was on, because they're counting in the last 365 days, right? And my first post on my YouTube channel was on 9th of May last year. My first post on my YouTube channel was 9th of May last year. So my 365 days will finish on the, let's say, 8th of May this year. We are only in the 5th of March, another 2 months for 1 year. That's why I want to try and get monetized. It's very difficult in these 2 months to get 3,100 watch hours, but I'm just hoping, there's a miracle, but I want to finish it. But even then, the previous months I was only doing videos, and my watch hours in the videos are nothing much, nothing much. So even if I lose that, it doesn't matter. But my watch hours, I only started on the 7th of January this year. So no, I'm not losing watch hours because of that. No. Okay, Ia. That is why Ia came here. Ia came here and said hello because Ia is also finished, correct? Yeah, Ia came here because hers also is over. And Stephen, these last 3 days, I've really lost a lot of watch hours last 3 days. Doo-doo-doo, 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 doo-doo-doo. Some more comments. Ma'am Rosemary. Rosemary is gone to water her garden. Sorry, I was on my stream, and it is the same account. I have same account on my phone, so I stopped looking at anybody's live stream on my phone when I am having my live stream. Okay, so I will watch the replay, but mostly I'll talk in Tagalog. So I'll just play it. I'll play it. Don't worry. But Rosemary is gone to water her garden. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. There's a song, right? I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. Along with sunshine, there's got to be a little rain sometime. Yes, I know. Yeah, I pray for your cold and cough to go. I hope you get cured quickly. I hope you get cured quickly for your cold and cough. Because I know the cough is very irritating. It upsets the whole body. It upsets the whole body. In my little room, I'm all by myself. In that little room is a picture of you. Okay, Steven. Good night to you, Steven. You're going to sleep now. Going to bed early, huh? Take care. Take care. Don't forget Wednesday, okay? Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening. Same time as today. A cooking video, and we can discuss on that. Sleep well, sleep well. Stephen, sleep well. Okay, everyone, I will end the live stream. Okay. I will go down, maybe join the family. We'll have dinner together. Okay. Uh, yeah. So thank you so much once again. Thank you, everybody, for being here and really appreciate. We shared a lot of good information, a lot of good suggestions. I'm sure it's going to be helpful to many people. Right. I'm sure it's going to be helpful to many people. So now what happened to my, oh, now all my chats all disappeared. I suddenly saw my screen shift and all my chats have disappeared, and I don't know how to get it back. I don't know how to get it back. I don't know how to get it back. Collapse menu. But oh no, it all disappeared. Okay, I cannot get back to my chat, so I cannot pin my concluding remarks. Okay, then, thank you so much and love you all and God bless. God bless. May all of you keep good health.